Hello and welcome to today's live stream, Spiritual Awakening, Navigating the Path to Enlightenment. Now, this is a massive topic right now in this moment. I'm getting in this time and space. This is a massive thing that is going on. Now, let me just get the chat up. Hey, Angie, Mum, Dee, how's it going, beautifuls? All right, I'm just going to go live on Instagram. Now, if you guys can let me know if like this video is okay, it's not laggy, because I have a feeling that streaming to Instagram has made it laggy. So we'll find out. Quite frustrating. So I might have to stop doing this. So hello, if there's anyone. Oh, all right. Okay. So as usual, it's been a hard week. I'm sure you guys have been feeling it. There's a lot of topics that I feel that we're going to bring up in today's stream. So if you're jumping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. We want to bring this light into the area where you are situated, okay? So the comments is a healing stream, meaning when we put things in the comments, we pull that light through. So commenting, questioning, sharing, look, as long as you are here and you are wanting to learn and grow and evolve and access truth, like we're looking for those beings who are those seekers, those beings on a quest for knowledge, because the knowledge is the key. You are the key. And we all require different things to aid us in our ascension right now, because the ascension of Christ is not what has been spoken about through all those separation programs, be it religious, spiritual, new age, whatever. This is something completely new. And if you wish to individually ascend, there is some things that you must do. There's some things that you must know. There's truth that you need to access. So hey, Relika, Italy, beautiful. So this is about us coming together every week to anchor this divine force. So I've spent 5 years, it's actually been a whole lifetime. So let me go into, they're saying spiritual awakening. So all my life I've suffered, right? I've been an introvert and I've thought differently to others. And I've always wanted to fit in. And through school and everything, that just wasn't the case. I did have some very close friends, and there were many that came into my life that had lessons for me. Okay, so I'm just getting, it's like, for some reason, the energy, it's not very clear right now. They're giving me this for a reason, but I'm not sure how that's fitting in. It's like they're saying clarity of who I am. Like I didn't have that clarity and knowledge of who I was, and now when I look back on my life up until this point, I can see in hindsight why everything happened the way that it happened. And all these things were spiritual lessons for me to unlock in this ascension. Hey, Tanya. So spiritual awakening. Okay, so they want to open a big can of worms today. This week has been very, very testing with all the male, masculine, patriarchal, misogynistic energies, those energies of egotistical, those beings who, now I'm sure you guys all know this, those narcissistic beings who they like to trample on your truth. They like to trample on you to bring you down, right? Because they're insecure beings, right? Because they've always sought to be on top, right? And it's been interesting but quite annoying, the misogynistic, egotistical energies that have been coming into my field this week. And on a deeper level, there was some very important lessons that Spirit wished me to learn. And I finally caught on. I finally caught on and figured out what Spirit was guiding me to in the most lovely way. Now, if you're jumping on and you're not really sure who I am, what I share, I'm here to share truth. I am here to share my experience in the ascension of Christ and show you guys that it's possible for anyone to do it if you have the will to. This is all about choice. This is all about free will. This is about healing. This is about blasting through those belief systems that you're all plugged into. Helping to dismantle those for you, because these energies that have come into my field, these ego energies that have come into my field, and when I say ego has a very important part to play. But when someone's ego is imbalanced, like all of everyone's is right now, we must get a handle on that. So the ego is the lower self. The ego is, the symbol for the ego is the devil. All right. So everyone is residing in this system right now. Okay. And to do what you came here to do, you had to incarnate in this system. You have to be in that to be able to do what comes next. Now, we're going all around the garden path right now. But again, like I was going to say before, like it's very hard being this multidimensional teacher and this divine oracle where information comes through in a very multidimensional way, different angles. I often describe it as this spiral. This knowledge comes through in a spiral, right? So I just sit here, I be open, and I share what the Christ, what the God source has to share, what the divine has to share for us, what we need to know right now in this moment. And this is why it is so important. If you have questions, put them in the comments, right? I've had beings like this week going on about this Ankh. What is the Ankh? What's the purpose of the Ankh? Why have you got that? I've had some smart asses, some of those misogynistic, egotistical beings who they think they're all knowing and taking digs like, oh, hilarious. Why is the Ankh there? Hilarious. Well, there's a lot of beings who make judgments without knowing. And when we do that, that is pure ignorance. When we make judgments, it's just ignorance. It's not knowing. It's the void of, avoid. What are they saying? Devoid, avoid. Hang on. Water. Oh, Romania. Beautiful. Let's bring that light in. Okay. So this Ankh, this is so important to the ascension of Christ. This is the balancing of masculine and feminine energies. Jesus hadn't completed his mission. Yeshua hadn't completed his mission. That was part of his mission, coming here, doing what he had to do, ascending, right? Becoming one. But this is the next part where he meets his divine counterpart. They come into union and then they birth this new aeon. This is what this time is all about, right? This is how I speak what I speak. I know what I know because I've been on this journey. Like, this has been a crazy ass journey that no one would understand, right? And there's a lot of beings who are ignorant, who will pass judgment, but that's just showing their shortcomings. There's 3 types of consciousness here on this planet. All right. There is the Christ consciousness beings, you, I, those of us who came here to do what we came here to do. And we have this inner knowing, we have this inner guide, we have these amazing special tools that we have brought through onto this planet to use to aid us. But right now, they're very they're very limited because of the separation. So now the Christ has returned. We've had our divine sacred union. I've moved into the one, and in myself and Yeshua coming together, we are one. We balance. So this is it, guys. This is all a symbol. Everything in your external reality is a symbol. Everything holds a key, holds a message. We don't attach to anything, but we use the things in our external so we can figure out our personal path. The way that I have done this, it has not been taught in books. In 2006, I had my spiritual awakening where Yeshua came to me, and the doors, oh my God, the cosmic doors were open, and it was the most crazy experience ever, right? Crazier than this moment now, right? The cosmic doors were opened and all this information was flooding. I could not turn it off. I couldn't sleep. Every time I would close my eyes, I would see the pleroma. I would see this blue orb, this flame, this, it was beautiful. And I would just get all these downloads, constant downloads, and my body was processing things at the fastest speed ever. And I just knew things, and I was just automatic writing. Now, many would call this a psychotic break, and that's what I was put into the hospital for. And they're like, you've got psychosis, you've got bipolar, label, right? Because in this material realm, we label shit, right? But I knew, and there was quite a few things that were told to me that actually happened, down to the date of my grandmother's birthday, not birthday, death, the day that she passed, like a year and a half later or something like that, or 2 years later. But anyway, the actual date that I had written, grandmother death or mater death, right? And the date. And then that date come and went and she didn't die. But then the next year, that's the day that she passed, right? I got told that I was going to be pregnant with a baby boy. Bang, pregnant with a baby boy, right? I was told that I was going to have a daughter. And there were so many things that were told to me. And it was because I was actually tapped in and I was tuned in to that frequency of my future self. I was tapped in. I was tuned in to the one, to the Christ. So when we're talking about the Ankh, we're talking about the Ankh body. We're talking about the divine blueprint. We're talking about beings accessing this key of life, right? And that's what I share through attunement. It's not available yet. We have some work to do before that can be made available to anyone. The key of life enables you to move out of this old world realm. They're just showing me a doorway with a key, the new earth, the crystalline grid, the Christ grid, right? So I'm here to share the knowledge from the one, from the Christ, from the spiritual sun for you, so you have the knowledge of what it takes. You can argue all you like with me, but it doesn't mean that. Okay. So there's been people passing judgment and arguing, but they're arguing based on their programming. Okay. So when we talk about the 3 types of consciousness, we have now I don't like this, but this is what they're asking me to say. So we have the Christ consciousness beings, and then the next ones under that are the intellectual beings. So those people that get all their knowledge from books, and those beings that they often sit on this high horse because they've done all the degrees. They've studied this for 20, 30. I've studied this for 70 years, child. And they're very derogatory, because when a female comes through and she has all this divine sacred knowledge that they can't find in books, it makes them insecure as fuck, right? Whoops, language. But this is the kind of, it's been very frustrating for myself, because part of this ascension means we come up against these lessons and we come up against these energies that don't feel nice. And there's always a reason why these lessons come up, why spirit brings these things into our reality, because we need to learn from them. We need to unlock the truth from that lesson. There is something in it that we need to know, something that we need to heal on, something that is going to allow us to grow. So spirit tests us before we're about to level up. So it was like a few days of this frequency of beings coming at me, right? And I must admit, in the beginning, I took the bait. I did. I took the bait. And then it came to a point, it's like, why are you taking the bait, right? Why, you know they're a lower consciousness, you know, like, why are you? And it was the teacher that wants to illuminate in me that was coming out, but it was slightly this defensive energy where I have to defend who I am and what I've done. But I don't have to do that at all, right? I don't have to defend who I am and what I've done. The knowledge and the truth that comes through me will do that. So let me know, guys, in the comments, whether you're watching the live, whether you're watching the replay, let me know. Like, this journey is so difficult. And because I have embodied the Christ, I balance my masculine and my feminine. I've come into my divine union with Yeshua, with the one in spirit. We've come together, the mother and father, in divine sacred union to be one. So Yeshua is nothing outside myself. I am Yeshua, but this time around I'm Nadine, right? And I sit on this throne. They're saying, and I command respect, right? I've done this. And the beings that are for this journey, that truly incarnated for this journey, will see this. And the naysayers, they're not for this journey, because the third type of consciousness on this planet are the bots, those programmed people. And I've said it for years and years. And that's one of the instead of bots, but it's very interesting, actually. The beings in this category, the bots, are AI, programmed people, where they are totally fixed into this illusion. They are totally fixed into these systems of control. They are totally fixed. And because they are fixed and they hold that belief, they are stuck like a bug in a web to those programs. They cannot see the light of Christ. They cannot see it. So it's very interesting that there's beings that are and what I'll do, I'll save the questions to the end. So please, put your questions in, guys, about spiritual awakening, the path to enlightenment, anything that you feel guided to ask, because we'll look at the comments at the end of this and then we will talk about it, okay? Now, I'm not going to answer every question, but I might. Who knows? Let's see. I'm just seeing a circle. I'm just seeing a circle. So they're that fixed in these beliefs. So this makes it a lot easier, right? Because I've constantly been, well, who am I here to serve, right? I know I'm here to serve those beings that incarnated for big things, those beings, those 144,000. But when I say that, when I speak on that, when I bring up that number, 144,000, a whole heap of programmed people flood the comments, or these intellectuals who have read the books that say, oh, it's going to be 12 virgins and this and that, these scholars, these beings that are fixed into those systems. So the intellectuals that like to stick to old, outdated beliefs and knowledge, and the program people. Now, I'm not being derogatory, but this is a level of consciousness. And the word old soul is coming up, right? So I don't like that term because we are all equal, right? But many souls are highly evolved, these highly evolved souls. So these highly evolved souls that we recognize, that we see, that we resonate with, they it's just the most difficult. This is the most difficult job in the world because everyone is in separation. Everyone is fixed into these different belief systems, whether they're in Christ consciousness, in that Christ consciousness band, or whether they're in that program person band. Everyone is fixed to different beliefs. And in this ascension, I've had to unlock all these interdimensional gateways to grow multidimensionally. I've had to unlock every spectrum, ray of the spectrum, and learn from the knowledge contained within that. This is the staircase, right? So first, the very first step of this is the red, right? We need to heal so many things, okay? So we are talking about spiritual awakening, but to do what comes next, once you've had your spiritual awakening, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. And there's so many things that you need to know, that you need to do, that you need to heal on to actually walk this path of ascension. So right now, you guys are having these upgrades. Like, you are going through these ascension symptoms, right? You are having symptom after symptom after symptom. You're suffering. You know, you are really, your body is upgrading, right? But the problem is, because of all the separation, because of all those low frequencies contained within you, because of all those beliefs contained within you, because of all the toxicities contained within you, because of all the dark force energies contained within you, because of all those galactic programs that's contained within you, like there's layer after layer after layer after layer of all these different interdimensional. Okay, so they're really the spectrum bands. Think about these spectrum bands, the rainbow in every level, and that's just the 7 levels. There are so many more levels. There's a lot more after that. To get into the 144, there's like 15 of these levels that you must learn through, that you must heal, like that you must. It's a freaking, I want to say nightmare. Like, and I've had to move into the infinite, which has required me to move through these 48 spectrum bands, and to remember who I am as this architect, to remember who I am as the mother arc. And but it's amazing, and this is why I've worked my butt off for the last 5 years, like 14, 15-hour days at times, and then gone to sleep. And then in my dreams, I'm being spiritually attacked and having all these lessons. Then I wake up and it's like, okay, so I've got to heal for this now. I've got to heal for that. All the darkness. So it's like, there's so much darkness, guys, for you. There's so much to do. There is so much to do. And in time, like with you guys showing up to these free streams and getting a peek. Yeah, right now the energy is quite, there's a lot of information coming through, so it's very difficult for me to speak, to put it simple, because this isn't a simple fix, right? The ascension of humanity is happening, but you have to choose to walk through that doorway. You have to choose to ascend. It's not going to happen to you. It's not going to happen for you. Right now, those beings, those 144, are being prepared. So if you are finding us here, if you have been going through these crazy ass upgrades, like, this is a sign. If you've had these Jesus or Yeshua appearing to you, right? You may be one of the 144. We have beings in this, or working towards this frequency right now, that have the divine blueprint, that are unlocking all these interdimensional gateways. They are growing multidimensionally. They are in resonance with the universal laws, the natural laws. They're in resonance with all those sacred symbols that are contained on this ascension path. They are creating order within. They are releasing the separation, and so they want me to bring up energetic blockages. So it's these energetic blocks, okay? So there's an infinite amount of energetic blocks within you right now, okay? And there isn't one way that's going to help you. This is the time where you have spent a lifetime doing what you're doing. You have been gathering information, gathering knowledge, gathering tools, because this new era, this new aeon, for you to be able to walk through that doorway to New Earth, to be in resonance with the crystalline grid, requires so much more than what you have there right now. But those things that you have there right now, with the frequency of Christ healing, you are going to build something so amazing, because you are a creator. And I'm here to connect you with the tools, with the teachings, with the frequency, to step into your creator status, to figure out who you are, why you're here, to put your personal puzzle together. Let me have some water. I've spent all this time they're saying escape, right? Trying to escape. And now they're just saying home. Like, I was always, okay, so they're bringing up this escapism, right? We all want to be free, right? We all just want to be saved. And we all do what we do. I'm just saying escapism. So you have everything that you need in here. You are the universe. So I'm here to plug you into the frequency so you can begin to discover that for yourself. This is about you learning how truly amazing you are. And using your gifts that you have right now. I'm just saying to save yourself, because you are the savior. You are the savior in this story. Everything outside yourself, everything on the external holds information for you. But the problem is, in this realm of separation, the amount of deception that comes along with that truth. It's very hard to navigate. So I want to know beings' story. Like, who are you? Like, what do you have to share? Or are you just seeking? You know, you've been brought here. Like, have you had an awakening? What is your awakening story? What's happening, guys? What is happening? So in order for me to do what I have to do, I need to find my collective. So those beings in my collective, they have been having upgrades. They've had awakenings. They're curious. They want to know. They want to know the truth. You have all different reasons for coming here. for being here. Like, it's like, this isn't like one size fits all. Like, we're all, so part of, all right, so here's some of the things that I've resonated with on my journey. I'm going to give they want me to give the bullet points of how I got to where I am now. And you guys, all right, so they want me to bring up the ages. 16, crazy ass experience, Ouija board, told lots of things that were going to happen. We thought it was crazy. 2 years later, all the things that we thought were crazy turned out to be true. So 18. And then how old was I in 2006? I don't know. What was I? I don't freaking know. How old was I, Mum? Mum, how old was I in 2000? How old was I when I had my awakening? Anyway, so 16, 18, 26, maybe 20, 25. I don't know. And then after my awakening in 2006, like I said, the cosmos opened up. I couldn't, like, the gates of the cosmos opened up. Yeshua was there. He's teaching me, like, colors were brighter. Everything was amazing. Like, I remember looking through a That's Life magazine and everything was positive. And they were saying, this is the new earth. This is the new world where everything is sunshine and rainbows. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, and then I got drugged up and everything stopped. And I went back into my little groove in the matrix. And it was very strange because I was free from all of the bondage. I was free from all of that. It was like, it was crazy. But that keeps coming back right now in this time and space. And I don't know the symbol. Oh, about 26. Thanks, Mum. The Ouroboros, is that how you say it? With the snake eating its tail. That's been one of the symbols that's been coming through the last 2 months for me. And lessons coming up that actually came up in 2006 for my awakening. So everything's connected, guys. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to. Everything is connected. Spirit has these golden illuminated breadcrumbs for you. And what I want you to do right now is just think, right? Think about your life right now. Like, you are here. You are here. Like, this is massive. Like, we came here for big things. We are finding one another. Like, the Christ has been preparing you for this through these upgrades, through these awakenings, through all these things. Like, you want to understand, you want to know, you want to access that knowledge, like why that happened. Like, think about your life and just have a quick, like from birth, from what you can remember from a young age to now. Like, when I think about that, I was bullied. I was such an introvert. I was really shy. I would have these freaking mood swings. I just like I would sometimes for school or for like going, Mum and Dad would want to take me to their friend's house a couple of times. I had meltdowns. I just didn't want to go. Like, it was just like, but I was a child and I was a lot of the time forced, just go to school. No, you're coming with us. And I was very energetically sensitive. And because I was energetically sensitive, I would pick up on energies and I would feel very deeply, and I didn't understand it. I didn't have energetic protection to protect my energy. So I would have these panic attacks. For those beings that have come here for this, you have had constant spiritual attacks put on you, black magic placed on you, because there are certain characters in this realm that don't want you to ascend. They don't want you to come to your truth. They don't want to bring in this new era because they will lose control. Because the knowledge and the light is the true power. And it's those beings, I'm just saying a throne. Like that's your birthright, okay? You knowing who you are is your birthright. So we're coming back to this creator. So you are a creator. You are a universe in yourself. But right now you are tied up. You are bound. You are locked. You are fixed. You are logged into this system of control. Okay? Now, everything happens for a reason. And these things are there for you to learn from, to grow from. Okay? You can't be a creator if you aren't strong. Okay? And if you're seeing this, you're probably one of those beings that's been through a whole heap of shit in your life, right? There's a lot of beings who have been prepared. I'm just seeing through this darkness. Like you are being prepared through this darkness. There's this strength, this resilience within you. Because how many times have you fallen down and got back up, right? Now, I'm here to speak to those 144,000. Now, the 144,000 is a frequency. It's this mathematical pattern, okay? And it's this divine order, okay? This order, okay? Now, it's all nodes in this spiritual net, okay? This 144. And to be in resonance with that 144, you need to be attuned by Christ. I am the Christ here to attune those beings, right? Meaning I pass on all the information, the knowledge energetically to you so you can walk the path. So you don't have to do what I've done, right? But you don't have to learn the way that I've learned. Let's just say that. You do have to work the way that I share. Because I'm here to awaken your divine vessel. I'm here to awaken you to the truth of God's source creation. I'm here as a messenger of God. So when one ascends to embody Christ, they embody the Godhead, okay? And there is only one that will do that, okay? In this realm, in this time. But okay, so thinking back to Jesus, how the things that are written, the stories, the words, the phrases, the sentences, the clues, the snippets. So they're saying language. Okay. You're really going to have to, this is like a wild ride, this live stream, far out. So it's time to let go of who you think, the beliefs that you hold about Yeshua and Jesus, particularly those false light teachings and the fractured teachings through the Bible. But I'm not, okay, so this is Yeshua's universe. This is the Divine Mother, the Divine Father. This is the Christ. Which is the Godhead. Okay, so when one embodies God, they speak. I'm just saying like a microphone, like a speaker, like a gramophone. And this is why my healing has been so severe. For about 2 years, I had a big, massive red patch on the back of my base of my skull. Clearing, 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 clearing. So I could be a clear, so I could clear this vessel. So I could particularly clear this area, this mouth of God chakra, this chakra is so important, guys. Our throat chakra, this mouth of God chakra. Like, I've had to balance, align, clear, purge, freaking get rid of so much junk from my system to be a clear voice. I'm saying voice. This is like this live stream is crazy. It's just like I'm on this ride at a festival, and it's like I keep getting taken to all this information, and it's really difficult. Very difficult. And it's just difficult because of all the information that now we do have our members live happening very soon. So I'm going to jump off here soon. I'll put the links in the comment. Come and join our Patreon. We have a very special live stream. And God knows what's going to come up because of all that. We've got so much. We're just getting tastes of this, tastes of that. And I'm not sure what is going to come up in the live stream. I'm never, ever sure what's coming up in the live stream. So let's look at the questions. Okay, so where are we? It's a lot. We're constantly shifting our frequency, okay? And we are constantly shifting our frequency. And it's a part of this ordering process. And it's a part of these 4 phases that we go through, the season of being, or the monad cycle that we move through on a 28-day cycle. Now, and I know you know how this ascension journey works, right? So we are constantly moving back into this lower self to learn more. Like, when I think about it, like what I was just sharing before about how, or at the beginning of this live stream, where there's a lot of ego people coming into my field, right? And these intellectual consciousness, these misogynistic, those men that think they know better. They see a woman, they see a youngish sort of woman, and they're like, oh, child. They and a lot use like very demeaning type language, which, yeah, if they knew they were speaking to the one, like, they wouldn't talk to Yeshua like that, yet they are, right? They wouldn't talk to the Christ like that because the Christ is all knowing, right? But they do, because they are in there, they're locked in their lower self. They are programmed with all these not just beliefs, but they're programmed through all these old, outdated models. They've had a life of their own where they've learned things, and that has inflated their ego in a way. And what I found was I went into my lower self. So part of my job, my mission, my purpose is to learn this way, right? And the way that the divine, the way that I have to learn is being put in these situations, like same as you guys. Like, you're going to, on this ascension path, spirit puts you in these situations to not, it's to test you, but to teach you, right? To test, to teach. And like I did, I failed. I fell flat on my face a number of times. So what happened? These egocentric, these narcissistic energies kept coming at me. And And I had to stop and think, hang on, how have I been handling this? And I had been handling it not well, because what was happening within myself, because I'm healing for the one, which means I'm healing for everything, everyone in this container, in this cosmic egg, right? I'm healing for everything, like everything that, it's weird, like I'm constantly healing to access more knowledge, right? I'm constantly healing for you guys. I'm constantly healing for the collective, for those 144,000 that haven't found me yet. I'm constantly healing, healing, healing to bring in this energy so we can keep moving on and forward and up. And to do this, I need to heal for the shit that's out there. So I need to heal for those and use that external input in order to do that. So what was happening was I was just giving them my energy. All right. So long story short, because I was giving them my energy, because I was being defensive and I was communicating with them, I was creating that energetic connection to them, and the teacher was coming out, right? It was a big lesson that I learned. Like, it was crazy. What was happening was they were being dicks, basically, right? And I was connecting with their energy. So I was being pulled down and I was suffering. And I'm wondering, well, why am I attracting all these dicks into my reality when I'm actually connecting to the energy and feeding them my energy, showing the universe, oh, yeah, she wants more of that. So I was getting more of that, right? And it was like this moment where spirit, my higher self is like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh God, might see my swearing. You can tell that I've been through a lot. I'm wearing black too. You can tell I've been through a lot. There was a lot of frustration. So what was happening, I was totally giving in to the external and operating the old way. And it was very interesting because the lessons that I unlocked and the things that I got to heal on because of that, when I finally realized, stop connecting your energy to them, they are taking your energy, right? Like, if someone is being a dick, right? If they, like, this is the thing, like, it's like, you know better, Nadine, like, you know better. But there was a slip, and I slipped because it was just meant to be through spirit. Like, everything happens exactly the way that it's meant to. And every time I have a slip, it's for a reason. And every time I have that slip and then I realize, I understand, it's like the magic that is unlocked when I learn that lesson is crazy. So there are so many things, guys, that we need to cut out of our lives for our ascension, right? So many things. We need to heal on so many things. And healing is also, it's very important. Like right now, any one of you guys can do this, is respecting yourself, honoring yourself, and not giving your energy to those beings that just want to start shit, or they just want, look, I'm just seeing a queen right now. They're like, just sit on your throne. Would a queen argue with a peasant? All right. Now, I know that sounds really egotistical, but that is what spirit says. Spirit's like, would someone come into the queen's court and argue with the queen? No, she'd cut their freaking head off. Maybe, depending on what queen we're talking about, right? No, because the queen has is on her throne, right? She has this power about her. The moment that she starts arguing or trying to defend herself or her throne against the peasant has won, right? Because she has moved out off her throne. This is all about energy. This is all about symbols. This is all about using stories to illuminate truths, right? So this is the one thing that Spirit was saying. Like, I've made this journey. I've had my divine sacred union. I've stepped into the Christ. I sit on the throne. And here I am on Facebook trying to defend. It's weird. It's weird. It's that's the kind of energy. So we have these beings like you guys who have had all these divine lessons. Like, you guys are here for a reason. You've had a shit ton of darkness cast against you. You've had that. They're saying the spiritual thread, like you are connected to spirit. Spirit wants you to learn, grow, and evolve and step into this royal status. But there's so many, this is so hard. Anyway, let's get that. All right, so what else? So basically, the lower self, you are constantly going to revisit that to learn the lessons, because we are wave, we are frequency, right? And we are not just healing for ourselves, but we're healing for the one, right? So the one is that cosmic egg, right? The container, okay? They're just saying the Ankh body, right? So this is another reason we're coming back to this Ankh. Like, this is a very powerful, powerful, symbol and a part of my journey that I've been on. And this is like, and actually one of the things that came through in relation to this is this is Yeshua's divine sacred union. So the symbol for Jesus is a cross, right? But when we look at this has the loop, right? So his journey was like incomplete. That cross is also a cursed symbol, and it's also fixing beings to the Antichrist program. It's also it's a symbol of a journey and a mission that's incomplete, right? So now is the time that he ascended, he became one, and he is in spirit and is anchoring us. So we have the mother in matter, which is myself, and we have the father in spirit, which is Yeshua. That's my higher self, and I'm in this lower realm, this realm of separation. And created this rip, this doorway, this portal, this bridge. So I am the father, I am the mother, and I sit on my throne in 0 point. And then that's cool. So part of sitting on my throne in 0 point. So the throne on my throne on 0 point, that's my. So when we look at this, like, it's a circle with a dot, right? This is the monad, right? Circle with a dot. We go through these 4 phases. So I'm just like all of you guys. I go through these phases, right? But I'm just healing on a much deeper level. Okay? So I'm here to share the healing tools with you guys right now through the membership. You connect to that membership, you connect to the frequency, you connect to the teachings, you connect to Christ, and you begin your healing journey. You begin to learn the new way to heal through Christ, how to release yourself from the separation. So you can access that in the links right now. You can catch us for our live stream and see what the hell is going to come up, because there's been so much information coming up in this one. It's just nuts. So So I'm constantly moving through these phases, these 4 phases, and in the membership you can learn all about the monad and the phases that we move through and the symptoms and the feelings and it's nuts. It's amazing because that's what you are. You are a frequency wave, okay? And we are here on this journey and we are going through this process. So right now, humanity don't know what the hell is happening. They're like, oh my God, I'm having these upgrades. Oh my God, solar flares, this, that, and the other. But how does it all fit in? Like, how does it all fit in and how does it all relate to you? Like, what is happening to you? Like, there is so much that spirit wants you to know, but you are locked, you are blocked, you don't have access to that information because you are not in the frequency of one. And that is what we share in the membership. So I'm here to tune you guys into truth, to give you guys access to the healing tools so you can begin to release the separation, release the deception, to tune into a deeper truth, to tune into higher consciousness, to tune into your path, your mission, your power. Like, no one can heal you. It is up to you to, and this is another thing, like those beings, there's so many beings in this old world system that have been taught, or everyone's been taught by the dark to go against their truth, right? So they're working for the darkness without even knowing it. No matter how pure their hearts are, they're locked, they're fixed, they're operating through the darkness. They're giving their divine light, their birthright away, fueling that old system. You are draining yourself. You are literally, like, there are so many programs within you that's saying, yep, take my light. And because you are operating that way, bang, automatic, you just release it. Surrender, yep, you can have it. Because you're doing everything in this antichrist frequency, okay? That's no judgment. That's just the truth, the pure truth of what is. Like, there's so many lessons that Spirit has for you, but now is the chance, the choice that you get to get deeper knowledge, All right, what else are we doing? So what, okay. Yeah, so this is, I am Yeshua, right? But I'm a female. Yeshua is my masculine aspect. This time, so when we think about the past, it's been very, very male focused. And like we spoke about last week, and if you didn't see that, you can check out last week's live, in relation to the, like, everyone's like, oh, Father this, Father that, oh, our Lord, our Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Everyone is worshipping the male, the masculine. The masculine is very structured and it's only a piece of the puzzle, right? The other part is the divine wisdom, the female, right? So now is the time that humanity get the full story. This is the new aeon where Christ consciousness returns to this planet. Christ consciousness is absolute truth. Christ consciousness can only return through a vessel that has been prepared to contain this Christ conscious energy. And this, my mission here is to give you guys access to the teachings, the frequency, the tools of Christ, so you guys can contain this Christ consciousness energy. Heal to raise your frequency to access this higher consciousness, okay? Now, in time, the divine blueprint will be available, but I have no idea when they're going to release this. I have no idea. All they say is we have a big job to do. It's all about the knowledge, and it's all about finding those beings that came here for this. Belief systems are very hard to change, exactly. And there are so many, every spectrum band, there is so many beliefs, right? And right now we have beings who are releasing one belief at a time, releasing one belief, but they're having to release all these other underlying causes to release that one belief. We release more in 1 second than you could in a million lifetimes in our membership. Okay? This is the God frequency. This is the Christ frequency. So whatever you're doing now, any healer, whatever you're doing now, be prepared for that to skyrocket. Okay? Oh, Portugal, beautiful. I can't see who it is. It just says Facebook user, but I have a feeling I know who it is. What? Tanya, it's so weird. Every time I mention stuff, you are on the same, like you've had the same lessons. It's freaking trippy. It is so trippy. There's so many things that you say, and I'm like, shit, I've just been working on that. That's it, Jared. And that's part of me getting on to do these free live streams as well. I'm tuning into the collective. So it can be quite discombobulating. So when we have our membership, because everyone is plugged into that frequency of this all one frequency, the information that I can get is so much power, like it's just so powerful, and it comes through in this booming word of God way. Like it's just like boom, 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 truth. Like I love my members' lives because we have beings who are investing in themselves, and because they're investing in themselves, we are being filled up, right? It's amazing. I'm here to support those beings that support me. That's what we do in the membership, right? I'm here to share with the beings that join my membership the healing tools, the frequency, right? The knowledge, and we're all on this, in this frequency band, not frequency band, it's called the inner circle. So everyone's in this inner circle, this container, and we're all because we're all healing with the frequency, and we are like inputting our like lessons from spirit. It's very difficult to explain, but because we are healing the way that Christ is teaching in the frequency of Christ, and we're just all in such a high frequency, the information that we can get is so much clearer, so much more clarity. And it's like, I like to call it creational mechanics, because it's like consciousness. That's what they said. They just said it's consciousness. It's pure consciousness. And they're bringing that up, that we have this consciousness, this realm of consciousness, and this realm of matter, the material realm, separation, right? So we're tuning into pure consciousness in the membership. So I'm actually liking this thing where I'm having a look at comments and connecting, because that's one thing that I haven't really been doing. Like, I mean, I've spoken about it, like, oh, comment, and there hasn't been much like in the comments, but now there is, and it's like, that's exciting, guys. So let's see. I'm just learning how to do this, right? There's no manual for what I do, and some of the things that have really held me up is trying to go like follow old ways of doing things, thinking, oh, that's how people do it, and doing it the way that they do it, but that's not how spirit wants me to do. And it's made me feel very blocked at times, but everything's divine, everything's having the way that it should be. So oh, thank you. People are intimidated by your beautiful light. Well, that's it. And the problem is that I'm kind of people see through their own lenses, right? So when they're looking at me, because of their spiritual vision is blocked, they can't see it, and it's like a mirror. So I'm sort of reflecting, they're sort of seeing their own shadows, if you know what I mean. And then, yeah, so it's difficult because a lot of beings will just see their own shadows, and that will be their what they perceive about me. You know what I mean? Like it's but this is it. The people who are meant to be here will find and will sit here, and they will be uncomfortable at times because of some of the things that I say. And I'm very aware of some of the things that I say, right? I know I sound deluded, but that's just because I've made it out of the illusion. Like I don't have that, my spiritual vision blocked anymore. I see it clearly. And every day I'm seeing things more clearly. Every month. Like you guys can go back and binge watch all of my live streams, go backwards, go in descending order and see the growth, right? So this is something I'm actively doing, and this is something I'm actively teaching others how to do, right? And the beings for this will sit here. They will be uncomfortable. They will see those triggers as growth, right? They won't just attack, right? The womb of the galactic mother. Yes, I love it. 100%. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So the emerald tablets of Thoth are quite, there's some amazing stuff in it. But that is very, it's still rooted in separation. It's still rooted in the Antichrist program, and it still enslaves beings. So there's amazing information in there, but it's still very much in that trap. So just like the Bible and stuff like that, right? So in the Bible, in all those different texts, right, there's truth, right? Let me have some water, I'm dying. There's amazing truths in the emerald tablets, but that has been used to ensnare minds and keep them trapped in this mental enslavement prison. I'm one with Thoth, right? And when I had to move into the frequency of Thoth, it didn't feel very nice, and it was a part of this lower self, and it was a part of this Yahweh, this very galactic alien type frequency. It didn't feel very nice, but at the end of the day, like all those are just archetypes, and they're just parts of this tapestry. So I had to, this is, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I've had to become one with many of these teachers. So my voice, what I share, is a part of their message. Because this time it's like, I'm just seeing all these arrows pointing to the one, right? This is all about you coming home to yourself. This is about you learning who you are. This is the end of that dark age where you're in separation, fixed in deception, and you don't know yourself. You don't know your ass from your elbow, right? You don't know who you are. Like you truly don't know who you are. I know who you are, but between who you really are and who you are right now, there's a lot of work to do, and I'm here to show you how to do that, right? So the emerald tablets, there's truth in that. There's truth in the Bible. So at these times where we go through these changes and Earth moves into a new cycle, there is new knowledge that comes through, right? So the problem is we have all these beings that are fixed into these old, outdated pockets of information. At that time, they were important. Like at that time, they were important. Like now, at this time, this information is coming through to bring in the new. Okay? So you know who you are. Like, this is a massive cycle that's happening right now. Okay? This is like golden age of Aquarius, like illumination, truth. But you have to choose to access that. So we're going back to these things in the past. So they're bringing up Moses, and they're bringing up Enoch. They're bringing up those characters that went through these transformations, that shared their experience to empower others. And like I will always say, like, where I'm talking about the queen and the peasant, like, this is how things come through from spirit, these stories, right? These scenarios, these symbols, the queen and the peasant, right? That's a symbol. It's illuminating a lesson. So the problem is that we have all these beings that are stuck to the emerald tablets. They're stuck to, you know, all these old texts. But that's only part of the puzzle for you. So if you are to stay fixed in that, you're cheating yourself, because you're not getting to know yourself, because that's an old, outdated model. Okay? Just like a mobile phone has updates, this is the exact same thing that happens here on earth with knowledge that is shared. Now, back then, it's sort of quite muddied, because a lot of man has taken truth and twisted it even more so, and turned it into this system that to block beings from their truth. Okay, well, we're going to get going now. I love you guys. It's been really fun. It's been really fun, especially this last section. Because the thing is, there's so much knowledge to share that it helps when beings collaborate in the comments and question in the comments, and it gives me inspirations for what to tune into, because I need to help you guys heal. Like, this is this is it. There's that people think, oh, Jesus ascended and that was it. No, it's an ongoing thing, right? That was only part of his thing. He had to ascend to become one, to merge with the mother. Like, he had to actually go through to embody the mother, to be the father. He had to do that. And then to do that, he became the Christ. He became the child of God. He became the embodiment of God. And I have done exactly that, except we've had Jesus, or Yeshua, who had already done all that, anchored into heaven, right, for this next part of the puzzle, because the mother had to come home. Wisdom had to come through for this time, because she is the one who created all of this physical realm, the mother. It all came through her. If it wasn't for her thought to create, we wouldn't be here in the physical realm speaking right now. It would just be pure consciousness. So she had the thought to create, and everything stems from her. So this is why I'm saying, you guys, if you wish to truly move into this new earth, to this crystalline grid, you have to go through myself. You have to, in time, receive the divine blueprint so you can walk this path, so you can move through that portal that the mother and the father arc have created for you, to have your cosmic rebirth, to contain Christ. It's very beautiful. It's very amazing. This whole consciousness realm is all about signs and symbols and stories and characters, like these archetypal type forces in this reality. This is a journey where you are going to learn something completely new. You are going to learn how to operate through the one, how to steer, how to navigate your enlightenment, the path to enlightenment, spiritual awakening, navigating the path to enlightenment, right? So what I want you to do is, if you're not on YouTube, come to YouTube, subscribe, okay? I just hit the wall in. Every week, join us here on YouTube, connect. The frequency is just much stronger here. I think it's we have this red pill, right? This YouTube, that symbol, the red pill, the triangle, 1, 2, 3, consciousness. So it's just more, it's like this red door, that song Red Door. This red door, that red chakra, that root chakra, this is the beginning. This is the red pill where you open that red door, or where you take that red pill, because this is the actual undiluted truth. Anything out there, there's deception. It's riddled with deception. So this is the red door. This is the red pill, this YouTube. And join us and share and chat and collaborate, and let's grow together. Yeah, we have so much magic to do together. And this is all about knowledge. This is about the knowledge. This is all about the knowledge. This time is all about the knowledge and you knowing. And in the membership, you're healing to know. Okay? I speak this message so, like, I know it because I am it, right? Seek and you shall find. I love that. Yeah. Seek and you shall find. Ask those questions. Seek. Like, this is it. You guys are here for a reason. And I'm here to support those seekers, because I didn't know who I was. I just followed the path Spirit had for me, and this is where I landed. Like, they told me all this and I was like, whatever, like, no freaking way. But they took me through all these lessons. It's been unbelievable. And that's the gift I want to share with you guys. Like, I want to we have to make this ascension happen. We have to make this ascension happen. And we can be a part of it. We can ascend. But not in any of those false light teachings, false ascension teachings, all those old outdated models of understandings of reality. Like, this is the new way. This is the new aeon. This is the truth from Christ for you to take or leave it. But I'm here to find those seekers. I never labeled myself as a chosen one. I never labeled myself as one of the 144. I'm not actually one of the 144. I'm God, right? I'm like this goddess. I'm the Christ, right? And Spirit constantly pushes me to say that shit. And because they're like, you have to speak your truth, Nadine. In you speaking your truth, you find the true ones. Spirit will bring you here, and then you choose. You choose to know, or you choose to stay ignorant and turn away. And in turning away, you make that choice to keep giving your light away and fueling that old system of darkness, deceit, betrayal. You will never learn to master yourself if you turn away. It's just the choice that you guys have to make. All right, love you all. Bye.